Hello. Getting squeezed, yeah. Nah, not yet. Not yet. I might actually post a stream on Twitter, because there's only like 6 people here. I don't know, should I? Yes? All right. Is the stream public now? If you reload the stream? It's public. All right, perfect. It is right now. All right. El Romano, how are you, man? Watching George Shorts getting squeezed live. Wow, getting squeezed, man. I'm a prophet. Look at this. It just swept previous hourly high, and now it's gonna nuke. At least to this low, in my opinion. This is my first target, this low, into here. And then if we sweep and things look better, if premium starts going into the red and and it's showing strength, then I might be fully out of my short, might even flip long. But otherwise, if it closes below here, below this low, I don't know, man. Then I think we see at least this consolidation down here, and then into here. But anyways, we'll start from a clean chart in a few seconds. Just gonna give it some time for some more people to join, and then we'll get started. Thinking of longing around 56 if it's good to go. If it's good to 56, yeah, around here. Yep. Verwacht je een kleine pullback naar regio? Yep, I'm currently short on Bitcoin. I don't think this looks too hot, to be honest. But yeah, I'll discuss why in a second. Good morning. All right, I guess we'll just get started. So Bitcoin, I guess I'll start off on the daily. So this consolidation right here was the consolidation that led to this downside. Okay, so that's gonna be big supply. Although we're so close to these stops here right now, we gotta be cautious because placing stops above here is pretty risky. Could get one more spike up and then see some downside first. But anyways, the reason I'm pretty bearish here is just because in general we're at high time frame resistance. Okay, something like this, as you can see, resistance, resistance, resistance. Deviated above, retest, and then sold off. We're at that resistance again. Along with that, our premium is pretty high. Premium saying the perp futures, the difference between perps and spots. Okay, so perps are pushing while spots is just chilling, which means it's not really a healthy move. Which is not necessarily bearish, but if you use it in Confluence, it can be a pretty overpowered indicator. Okay, and then let's take a look at the lower time frames. So first of all, let's mark out Monday high and Monday low. So this was Monday. Monday low. Okay, so what happened up here? We deviated above last week's high. Let's also mark that one out. That comes in around here. Okay, so that's last week's high. We swept last week's high or deviated above it. Then saw this downside. I was short from here. But unfortunately I was targeting the lows all the way down here, and we sort of didn't make it towards here. We swept Monday low, okay, and then saw this big up move. Then I said I was expecting a bleed into the wick, which we got, but unfortunately still didn't get a sweep of these lows. So I closed my short, but this morning I just re-entered. Why? We swept Monday high. As you can see, deviation above, slow bleed lower. Also, the daily open doesn't look that strong. We had a flat hourly candle also ready to be taken. So just in general, in Confluence, all of these things together, that we're at high time frame support, premium is looking unhealthy, we're at pretty high funding right now, if I'm right. So what I'm targeting first is this low over here, okay? If we get a sweep of this low and a quick deviation below last week's high, and reclaim this and close strong above, then you could wait for the reclaim of the daily open and Monday high. That would be the real confirmation, okay? So if it does this, you get in, invalidation below here, and then your target is up here, okay? If it doesn't, if it closes below here, I think we're in for a retest of this consolidation, the weekly open, Monday low. And if that breaks, then we're finally gonna get what we've been waiting for, which is this area here and these stops below here. In my opinion, there's still a shit ton of liquidity below these lows resting, so definitely a draw on this liquidity. But yeah, we'll have to see step by step what Bitcoin does. For now, what's my invalidation? I just posted it in the Discords. This was the trade I took. Just a quick short invalidation below above the highs. Why? So normally I place my invalidation a bit wider, but right now I just simply don't want to see a reclaim of Monday high. If Monday high gets reclaimed, that would definitely show strength, and then I think we're off to 60k towards this up here. Okay, but yeah, also always ask yourself what's the better risk rewards and which side of the trade has the easiest invalidation. And if you ask yourself that right here, I'd say definitely bears. Okay, risk reward here is huge. Easy stop above this. If you get back above here, manually close, or you just get stopped, just take it low risk. Okay, target first here, then the lows here, and then here. All right, I hope that makes sense. Any questions? Clean mate, all right. How long you traded for? 4 or 5 years now, I think. High time frame, yeah. So let's remove all of these. Yeah, so high time frame, I would say if the weekly closes above these local highs, that you ain't gonna get a retest and that we're just gonna take off. If bears still want to make a move lower, Taking liquidity above these highs is fine, but then I think we should get rejected at this area. So taking the highs here, boom, into the key level, nuke it, close below here, then I'd say a retest of this area or even this area is definitely possible. If it closes above here, yeah, then any dip is a buy in my opinion, and then we're just gonna take off. Target wise, always use my fips, and then these are your first targets. So first 87k, and then it's above 100k. But I mean, high time frame, I definitely think Bitcoin will make new all-time highs, but you just, yeah, I mean, I don't really care. Bitcoin can go in a bear market for me now, and nuke to 20k again. I don't care. I trade the charts. Of course I also hold Bitcoin, so I would love for this to just break to new highs, but if the risk rewards for bears is better at any given point, I will be looking for shorts, right? And if the chart says that shorts are more likely to play out than longs, and everyone is calling for new highs, not because they think the chart looks bullish, but because they want Bitcoin to go for new highs, yeah, well, that's not the right way in my opinion. You know, they have been pushing the monthly close to meet Plan B's prediction for months now. Extremely obvious. It's 63k this month. Well, you don't know that. You talk in absolutes, so nothing is for sure. Be ready for anything. We could, of course, I could be wrong. Anyone could be wrong. But yeah, I stayed in this game for the last 5 years by thinking in probabilities and trading the charts and what I see, so I'm not gonna change that. Yeah, new all-time high. I mean, those fips is what I always use, so around 100k if I'm just looking at the chart. But yeah, I mean, it's very difficult predicting any sort of target. Just scale out and scale in. Also, people always say, where do I exit? I mean, I more have a strategy like my total net worth, a percentage of that will always be in Bitcoin, no matter how high it goes. So, and that way you can also, if the percentage becomes too high because it's rising a lot, you sell some and then buy back on dips. Which alts are you following most? I'm more of a Bitcoin trader than altcoin trader, so alts I trade the charts as well, but fundamentals I don't really care about. Is shorting ETH also viable right now? I mean, if Bitcoin is gonna nuke, Ethereum is gonna follow, you know. But yeah, since last night Ethereum looked stronger to me than Bitcoin. So yeah, I don't know. Right now I have like 10 or 20% in Bitcoin. Between 10 and 20. Are you still expecting some sort of pullback to the high 40k levels, or has that been invalidated? I mean, not sure we're gonna get high 40k levels. Well, yeah, towards here does make sense. I'm in a short right now, yeah, like I just explained. The invalidation here and the risk reward is just better for bears. So if we start reclaiming Monday high, up here, that's definitely a long, and then I'll be out of shorts. So if we do this, start closing above here, start grinding up again, then the chances of us just revisiting this are much higher. But as for now, we broke below Monday high again. Funding is high, premium is high. So yeah, holding on to that a little longer. Trade only Bitcoin because recently it has been much less risky shorting alts. I'm just better at trading Bitcoin. And you know why? Because every chart, every asset, also the SPX, gold, Bitcoin, altcoins have their own small, yeah, how do I say this? Their own small moves, and they all move in a different way. And when you watch the charts for years and years and years every day, you just get to know the chart a little better, and then you can use your instinct in confluence as well with the chart. And that's something that's very underrated. Sometimes you just look at the chart and you're like, oh shit, this is going to dump. And that's something you can only see by having experience. You can't really learn that by reading books. You can read 1,000 books. That's just something that comes by watching the charts every day for hours and hours. And that's also why I think I like trading Bitcoin the most, because I've been watching it for years. Idiosyncrasies. Yeah, I never heard of that word, but yeah, I mean, their own specific ways of moving, you know. Also, I watch this this site where you see the market buys and market sells. So this one, I always have this one open on my other screen, and then just by watching these over and over again all the time and watching the charts, you can already, without even drawing any lines or just watching a clean chart without any indicators, you can already have like some kind of view on this. And I'm not saying I have that right now, and I'm also not saying you can just trade basic trades only with that, but it's a nice way to use in Confluence if you, it just gives you more confidence in your trades. What's the reason you closed your Bitcoin long early after yesterday's dip? Well, I longed Bitcoin here. So why? Basically Monday high, Monday low, and the weekly open down here were holding the entire day, and we were, I mean, when we were bleeding down here, I was expecting acceleration, right? But then we started stalling down here, and Monday low held. And then when we saw this specific move, that convinced me that we weren't going to see any lower and Bitcoin would pump. Okay, we swept these local lows once more perfectly into Monday low. That held. We got bought up quickly. So I market longed here, stop below the lows, and I think I closed it somewhere here. Was just a scalp though, nothing too big. But yeah, I wasn't expecting this, of course. Is your close on a validation point, or do you wait until the candle closes and if it's passed? I mean, I'll see. If it shows strength and you don't instantly get rejected when we do this, I'll be out. If we do this and so we pump and around this area some bigger market sells start coming in, then it's fine. This area, basically, this needs to reject if we're gonna retest that. See OTE as well. So something like this is fine. If it does this and the retest gets bought up again, yeah, then we're probably taking off. Where did you learn to trade? I joined some groups and I did some, made some close friends that taught me basically everything I know now. And then I just started on my own, and by failing over and over again, blowing up accounts, but kept trying, and yeah. I agree on the fact that every asset has its own small tweaks in movement, but if you understand price action, you can trade any assets. Yeah, that's true. But even then, the small tweaks give you an extra edge, and I really like that personally for Bitcoin, and that's why I'm also much better in trading Bitcoin. Also in alts, I pretty much suck in trading alts. My timing is always wrong. Yeah, timing for alts is much more important than for Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin is going to nuke hard, altcoins are going to as well, no matter how bullish the chart looks. And that's something I hate on altcoins, that you can't just buy a bullish chart. If Bitcoin is going to nuke, altcoins will follow. Then I rather just short Bitcoin, you know. Do you prefer to use Fips or Elliott waves, or a bit of both? I never use Elliott waves. Fips I do. Let's take a look at high block. Yeah, see? We took out all of these liquidation levels. Okay, these are new. These ones are newly formed, but the ones from before all got taken out perfectly, and we build up more to the downside. There's 100x liquidation sitting here, and a cluster of liquidation levels resting below that low. So I mean, I still think we could get the lows. Yeah, see, exact same here. Look at all these liquidation levels. And again, I only use these in Confluence, right? But yeah, I'm not liking Bitcoin up here. I think we bleed down. Something like this, and then accelerate into here. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, back to range EQ first. Unless we reclaim this. Then it's off to 60k, but I doubt it. Last year before ETC broke all-time high, it rarely took out the lows, it just slow grind up and stall at all-time high, then explode. Well, not really. I mean, it's always when we approach all-time highs that we're grinding up into supply, and you see premium rising, get really high funding, everyone gets euphoric, everyone's calling for new highs. It almost looks like Bitcoin is at all-time highs already. Yesterday evening it was crazy, and then you very often see a sharp move to the downside, and then you grind up again, and then you don't get any dips anymore. But yeah, FOMO longing up here, yeah, ain't really, because you know, if you want to long up here, right? So let's say you want to long, where do you place your invalidation? Long. Okay, so first of all, what's your target? There's still very big resistance levels here, so do you target this or do you target new highs? If you target new highs, I guess it's okay, but probability wise of the trade, where do you place your stop? Here, but with all of these lows, so then you'd have to place your stop like down here to be safe for when Bitcoin does this, right? While what do bears do up here? They just scale into shorts, invalidation above all-time high. If it pumps above all-time high, they just know they're wrong. And if they're not, it's high risk reward for when a flush down comes. That's my thoughts, at least. ETF will only be priced in once it's there. I mean, I don't really care about the ETF. Just trade the charts. If it's bearish, it's bearish, it's gonna nuke, and if it's bullish, it's bullish. Yeah, how easy would all-time high right now be? I don't know. Nuke it. Nuke it. Dump it. Of course, could be wrong, but yeah, that's why you use risk management, right? Andy, what's up, man? Do you also provide training to learn how to trade? I did, but right now it's closed. I'm in the exact same short setup. Nuke it. Yeah, let's see, man. Let's see. All right, so any altcoins, any requests, feel free to post in the chat. Was sticking with trading over a year's worth it in your view? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right. AVAX first. So AVAX demand down here, then from here retest, made this high, nuke, grind back up again, swept the high. So this is the high that got swept, all-time high before the downside. What's the low after this high in one swing? This one, so that's range low. We zoom in a little. Yeah, this looks pretty good in my eyes. Range low has been swept into demand. Could get one more sweep in my opinion, a little lower. But I like the fact that we reclaimed the weekly open, the daily open. As you can see, last week's low has been swept as well. Last week's high unswept. Boom. So as long as we hold above this area, this should be good for higher in my opinion. Yeah. So if you're looking for longs down here, invalidation below range low, target first this high, this into the monthly open, then it's last week's high into range high, above range high, new all-time highs. If it doesn't, if it breaks below here, I would just wait for some lows to get taken out, maybe these lows, and then wait for the reclaim of this range low level. If it reclaims, easy invalidation below here and target range high. I don't think this is the time to sell. Everyone was bullish on this down here, up here. So yeah, they all got dumped on. Slow grind down, sweep the lows, retest, buy. Okay, yeah, not bad. CRV. Yeah, it's still in a stupid range, right? In a weekly range, from this high to this low. This could explode if this range breaks. Yeah, this looks good as well. So, big breakout So consolidation here, breakout, straight continuation up here. This is the first high where we saw some downside, okay, where we stopped the up only, to say it like that. Then from this high we went to this low, so that's range low. Range is set. What confirms the range? The pivotal mid-range, resistance, 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 now acting as support. Clean high up here, which is next in my opinion. So let's take a look at the lower time frames. Yeah, as long as the daily open holds, I think we see more upside. If the daily open fails, I think it's down towards the weekly open. So then it's something like this. This area is a must hold. If this doesn't hold, it's going for this low into the monthly open and maybe even these lows down here. But for now, nothing to worry about. Probably some chop and then continuation to these highs into range high. If range high rejects, probably back down towards range mean. If we get some daily closes above here and you see some bullish price action, some sweep of the lows, then it's up to here, here, and could even go much higher to these stops. All right. What a messy chart. But yeah, looks fairly good. This gonna be key pivot. Why? The high that caused the first dump got swept. Range low got swept. See, again, beautiful range. Okay. Mid-range pivotal, support, resistance, support, then broke out. Now above range high. Yeah, beautiful local range here as well. So from here, grind up, high, some downside, range low, swept the highs, swept the lows. If this is a continuation range, you want to see a break above range high, hold, and then grind up for new highs. Invalidation is pretty easy below here. If it gets, well, I'd keep it below here to be honest, because you could get another sweep into the monthly open and this demand and then grind up again. But if this fails, yeah, then it's probably back down into here because sorry, then we're back within this bigger daily range, which would be pretty bearish, and then we would probably at least retest range mean here. But for now, this looks good as well. Yeah, once we break above here, that's a long, in my opinion, to here and here. SRM. Yeah, when you see this, I would never buy this because you build up a shit ton of liquidity to the downside, right? So what I would be waiting for here is at least some kind of capitulation wick or just an aggressive downside below these lows to take them out. Then wait for the reclaim and then look for longs. So what I would want to see here, yeah, is exactly this, and then a reclaim of these confluenced pivotal levels. So weekly open, monthly open. Yeah, and then once you reclaim that, you have your easy invalidation below that low. And your target first this high, then this high, and then new highs. That increases the probability of the trade. While now if you long here, where's your invalidation? Below here. I mean, I wouldn't want to place a stop below all of these lows. So I'd wait for that. Of course it can take off from here, but that's fine. FTT. Yeah, I took a look at this one before. So we have this clean demand here. So this sideways price action before we took off to new all-time highs. So that's demand. And now you just want to be looking for some bullish price action within that demand area. So for me, ideally, I would like to see another nuke just to take out these stops, maybe even a little below here. So something like this. And then once we reclaim some key levels, by then probably the weekly open will be somewhere around here, or a daily open, I don't know, a monthly open maybe even. But so wait for this, and then once we reclaim, that's your invalidation target here, here, and then new all-time highs. Makes sense? Key level here, right? As you can see, resistance, support, resistance, support, support. So a sweep. Of these lows in that pivotal level. Boom, reclaim, invalidation, targets, targets, targets. Probability just increases after you've seen this. Always look for manipulation and for stops to get taken before entering. Once again, longing here, where do you place invalidation? Are you comfortable with a stop below here, below these equal lows? I'm not, so I'm just waiting. And once again, if it takes off from here, so be it. You can always get in when we reclaim this, then your invalidation becomes this. Dot maybe. Yeah, dot crazy move last night. Yeah, but we're at some pretty big resistance here. Yeah, beautiful levels. That's basically the range we're trading in, right? So yeah, yesterday close was pretty damn strong. We closed above this previous high, which is definitely very, very bullish. So it's not an SFP, but it's at resistance right now. If we see some daily closes above here, we retest this range high level and it holds. You see a bounce, yeah, then this is your invalidation, and then you target new highs. If it gets back within the range, the retest is probably a good short back towards range mean and range low, monthly open and range low. Buying here, I mean, I would wait for some ranging then, some more ranging at least. Wait for something like this. Then you could scalp invalidation below here and target the local highs and then these previous highs. But yeah, longing right here, you'd have to place your stop. Yeah, I mean, to be safe below the weekly open, but then your risk reward is horrible. So wait for some kind of sweep, and then you could have a nice scalp long. Maybe even wait for the sweep and then the reclaim of the daily open. That adds even more confluence, and then the probability even increases more for the long. And then yeah, it's just invalidation below here. Okay, but it definitely looks strong, so definitely not looking for shorts. But yeah, once again, if Bitcoin is going to nuke, alts are going to as well, so be ready to catch some dips then. Some of them definitely look good. Like I said, some of them just have this, wait for the sweep of the lows, reclaim, retest, and then see from there. Yeah, I have an indicator that marks out like Monday high, Monday low, weekly open, monthly open, daily open, all of these basically. How do you set ranges in real time before it's too late? I always feel like by the time I see a range, it's too late to trade it. Have you? I have written an article on ranges on Medium on how I use them personally. Wait, I'll link it in the channel. Just a second. There you go. Defi Perp, the index from FTX of Defi looks epic. Legit full send incoming of the whole Defi. Oof. Yeah, it does. Oh, damn. Yeah, this looks fantastic. See this beautiful sweep of the lows into the monthly open, lining up with local demand. So sideways price action, demand sideways price action before the leg up. So people accumulating longs here, defending this on the sweep of this low, reclaim, retest, and now it's just grinding up, reclaiming weekly open, daily open, and looks ready for all of these clean highs. Here, 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 here. Yep. Invalidation below here. Probably something like this. Yeah, I'm keeping shorts. I use your ranges article in my trading. It's a beast, applicable in all chart. Thank you so much. No problem, man. When long, long, link, okay, link. Oh damn, fuck man, I missed link. I longed this like 3 days ago and then closed for a small loss, and I was waiting for basically what happened, for a sweep of these lows into range low, boom, reclaim. So any downside, any retest, if Bitcoin nukes and this comes back down into the daily open and the weekly open, simply buy it. Clean highs up here. Oh damn, Link is gonna send. High up here, range high, and then it's up here into this supply and then new highs. Oh wait, that's not all-time high. But yeah, looks fucking clean. Look at this, the strength. Jeez, now I want to long this. Can you keep this video up? Yeah, it will be on my YouTube to watch later. Oops. Yeah, I want to buy dips on this. It's at local resistance here though, so I think we get some downside, but that downside is a fucking buy. Something like this. Do you trade only technicals and not the fundamentals? No, only technicals. SXP. Damn, looks a bit like Bitcoin. Well, a little bit at least. This part. Yeah. So this was clearly demand. So if they're gonna defend this, then this could have some upside here. Let's mark this out. Last week's low and high as well. Oof, beautiful. Yeah. So came down into that area, that demand area. Ranging, broke out. Last week's low, last week's high. Swept last week's low back into that support, that demand, local demand at least, lining up with weekly demand. Bought up, broke above the mid-range, I think. Yep. So yeah, this looks ready for another swing higher to these highs. See, just by looking at the daily, you know, you can see how beautifully we swept this low, and it just looks like it wants to pump, right? You have clean highs above, the lows have been swept. See, lows swept, high time frame lows swept, low time frame lows swept, highs above, clean highs above. So in my opinion, this is next. Yeah, what's the invalidation? I mean, if this is bullish, you want range low and this area to hold. So I'd say stop losses below here should be safe. Something like this. 2 risk reward, that's not bad. All right. Yeah, Atom, I already posted a game plan for that one. Ideally, I wanted to see this, but not sure I'm gonna get it. If it breaks above the mid-range, then I think I won't. What the hell is this? Okay, so looking for a sweep of range low, aggressive sweep, then that's definitely a buy into daily demand. But yeah, by the looks of it, looks pretty strong. Daily is looking healthy. So if we start closing above this local resistance and then mid-range, then it's probably gonna head for range highs without sweeping the lows. What music? It's Lo-fi Beats playlist on, it's a live YouTube video. Yeah, I always trade via USD pairs. Right, last one. FTT I already did, so let's take fill. Oof. Range. So from these lows, made this high, down, deviated below the lows, support, broke down again. One more sweep here, then upside, swept range high, then came all the way back down again, retested this area that led to this upside as support, then grinded up again, forming a local range. Boom, boom. And now swept the lows into this area. So as long as range low holds, I think this grinds up to these highs again. If they don't, if we see this, then it's back to higher time frame range low, in my opinion. Yeah, but check this daily. Nice sweep. Yeah, this looks good for a little bit higher, in my opinion. Here first, then here into range high, and once it's above here, then it's probably gonna full send and fill in all of this to here. Yep. All right. I'm gonna close the stream here. I hope you enjoyed. We'll do this again sometime, maybe next week. All right. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.